Hey guys, and welcome to Sailing Away with T and K's Cooking Time. I'm Kayla, and I'm going to teach you today how to make a chicken pot pie. So a couple of things that you're going to need is a bag of frozen mixed vegetables, the carrots, green beans, corn, and peas. This is a very large bag. That's all they had. If you get the 1 pound regular bag, that's perfect. But for this one, since the bag is so big, we're gonna try 3 cups of this, and then that should be okay. You're going to need some seasoning. We use Tony Chachere's. You can use like Seasonal or something from your area. Spray, just to spray our pie pan. You're gonna need 2 of the refrigerated pie crust. This is also a case where I would recommend name brand. I've gotten great value before, and when you try to unroll them, like they start breaking. So name brand tends to work better with the pie crust. You also need 1 cream of mushroom and 1 cream of chicken. And this is just the regular cans. And this is my 2 chicken breasts that I shredded from the last video. We actually, remember I had 2 bags of these that I was gonna make, one for this meal, one for a different meal. We actually never got around to it, so I froze these chicken bags and then I defrosted it today. So this is a defrosted bag of chicken. For the top, you're gonna need 1 egg, like to do a glaze on the top of the pie crust. And then you're going to need a pie pan, and then I have a big mixing bowl just to mix everything in. Okay, so that's it so far. So I'm gonna start with the pie crust and get that on the bottom of my pie sheet, my pie pan. Can you hand me the scissors out of this? I thought of everything. Alright, so before I put this down, I'm going to just give this like a quick spray of non-stick. Just so it's easier coming out of when we cut it. This just takes a little bit of patience to get it started. It's so cold, like maybe it's our fridge. That's the problem. Can you see what the temperature needs to be on for me?
425 for this.
Okay, let me go.
Oh, hi, this is cameraman.
Okay, so 425, getting that heated. Okay, so we made it.
Yay. This doesn't have to be perfect, does it?
No, and it's kind of tearing a little. You can just pinch it back together with your fingers.
Well, we're here to make easy meals, nothing difficult, correct?
Yeah, this isn't difficult. And this is really, it's gonna take an hour to cook, but like once you get it made, like it's one of those forget it meals.
So what are you doing now with the fork?
So I'm just going around with the fork, doing some little like air holes.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm doing that all along the edges. And then I'm going to do a few in the bottom.
Right.
There is no like set amount that you have to do.
So you don't have to go straight.
No, there's not a pattern you need to follow.
So you don't have to, was it Giada or Giovanna?
No, Giada.
Giada.
Okay, so this is pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna set that to the side for a second. Now we need our mixing bowl. So I'm gonna pour my chicken in. So this is 2 cups of shredded chicken.
Sorry guys, take 2 for a little ride there.
Okay. Then we're gonna do, I'm gonna stick it right here. We're gonna do 1 can of cream of mushroom.
You want a spoon?
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, 1 can of, that was cream of chicken. This is cream of mushroom.
Well, we're doing one of each, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you got one rice. Just that if your cream of mushroom looks yellow, probably shouldn't use it.
Probably old if it's yellow.
It's got a little extra stuff, something in it. It's furry.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and season it just so I can see, since that's good. And then since I've got this big old bag, a couple of them fell out. I'm gonna try 2 cups. We may or may not need to add more. Might need 3 cups. Let me stir this and we'll see where we're at with that. Alright, I like one with a handle. This is Pampered Chef. Like, this is my go-to. So we're just gonna stir it all. I'm gonna try to add another cup of veggies, because I know it's a lot of chicken in there.
Oh, you got a little extra.
Cup and a half, maybe.
It's healthy vegetables. You can't go wrong with that.
Vegetables. I mean, the more you add, the more vegetable-y it's gonna be. And like I said, if you get the regular 1 pound bag, I wouldn't even measure it. Like, I would just dump the whole thing in there. They were out of that at our Walmart, so.
Well, this time there's always something randomly out.
Alright, so I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So I washed my hands. While I was washing my hands, I checked my recipe just to make sure that the temperature was right. It's actually 400 degrees. So I've decreased my temperature to 400. The box said 425. My recipe says 400. I guess it really doesn't matter. The only thing that would differ would be the amount of time. But I'm going to go with my recipe because I know that that works. So I decreased my oven down to 400. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and dump it into my pie shell. And it should pretty much fill to the top. Make sure we're getting all the goods. And kind of mash it down a little bit.
Spray it all out.
Yeah.
This is one of the first things you ever cooked for when we were dating.
Yeah. It's really easy.
I remember that.
Okay. So, filling is done. Now we need to top it with our other pie crust.
Now, would you recommend, like, maybe leaving this pie crust out a little bit before taking it out?
Well, you can't leave it out too long because then it starts sticking to itself. So again, just, maybe I can do it this way so y'all can see. Take it slow. These are definitely working a whole lot better than the Great Value. They were like tearing. Like I had to like completely get a glass and like re-roll out the whole thing because it was all pretty tore. So this one's actually doing pretty good. Alright, we're just gonna move it over. Okay, so I'm kind of like pinching it down on the sides to like connect with the one underneath it. And then I'm just gonna fold this over. You can get as fancy or as basic with this part as you like. I generally don't have the patience to last too long with it. And then like, now I just kind of go through and make it all like, I need to see the edge of the pan. So kind of like another mini fold. And then about as fancy as I get, now I'm going to just go along the edge and just kind of rest my fork. And that's usually how I do my crust. And then sometimes it comes off. But we just remash and keep going.
Again, we're not here to be fancy. We're just trying to make easy meals for our friends.
This is about as much patience as I have. I mean, you can cut off the excess and braid it and do all that fancy stuff.
I do that every once in a while if you got time. It's more if you make it certain summer though, lead off school.
I don't have time today.
Yep, we're a little busy. We've been a little busy since I got home.
This is why it's good to spray your pan.
Yeah.
So your crust doesn't stick after you've literally mashed it into it.
That Crisco is better than Great Value.
It smells better.
Yeah.
Okay. One last thing that I'm going to do to it, it needs like a breathing hole. So I usually just do like a little X on the top.
That way it won't explode.
Yeah, like some will come out of that, but so our egg. The egg is going to be what we brush the top with. I'm just kind of like almost scrambling it a little.
Sorry. My bad, y'all. Do you brush or anything?
I've tried using a brush. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Like sometimes it's just better to do this.
So this won't help you at all?
Give it here. It's just that that brush is plastic, like. Mainly want to get it. This is gonna make our crust golden brown. Get it along the crust area. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the top, it's more for the crust. I mean, you can get some on the top, but okay. So I am going to bake this now. I'll put it in the oven, just like this, for 1 hour. So for 60 minutes, I'm gonna put this in the oven. When it comes out, it does need to set for about 20 minutes before you serve it, just because it's gonna be, like if you try to serve it right when it comes out, it's just gonna like fall out everywhere. Like,
so it needs to coagulate?
It needs to have time to coagulate. So it's gonna bake for 60 minutes. You're gonna take it out and it needs to rest for 20 to 30 minutes at least, I would say. Probably the longer the better that you can give it to wait. So let me just set this in our oven.
All right, yeah, we will see.
And we're gonna do our timer for 1 hour. There we go. And then I will see y'all once we take it out of the oven.
Hey guys, it has been 1 hour, so the pie has been cooked. You can tell it's still a little bit bubbling in there, but you can see where that egg wash really gave it a nice little pretty look to it. So what we're going to do now while we're waiting, and while this all-back fan is on, we're going to set our timer for roughly 20 minutes. That way it can kind of come together and it won't be a runny mess when we cut later. So we will see y'all in 20 minutes. Bye.
Alright guys, so it's been 20 minutes. So you can kind of see the bubbles have gone down a little bit. So I'm going to cut into it. All the way through. Always hard to get the first piece out. And I didn't make it.
Oh well.
Can you give me a spoon over there? So you can kind of see what it looks like now that it is cooked. And there you have it. That's chicken pot pie. Very simple, kind of a dump and go meal. You can see each of the vegetables, the chicken. Our crust has a very nice edge work because of the eggs. That's it. Hope you enjoy. Make sure you like us, subscribe to us on Facebook, and hit that bell so you stay notified of all upcoming cooking videos. Enjoy.